This episode proudly brought to you by CIV.
Not bad at all. Oh, g'day. Glad you're here because we are just about to kick off our family fun tour. Now, our mates at New Age Caravan said go and find a family and go and do some exploring. But I thought, you know what, let's put a bit of a twist on it and introduce some newbie caravanners.
G'day, Macca.
How are you, mate? G'day, Jenny. How are you? We've got Jenny and Graham. Now, brand new to the caravanning world, as are lots of people at the moment. So we thought, let's get back to the basics and let's start from the start. How do we plan? How do we choose a caravan and how do we do it all safely? Are you guys ready for some fun?
We're definitely up for it.
Are you lot ready for some fun? Why don't you come and join us as we show you what's up down under.
It's time to see this land of wonder. It's time to go and see what's up down under. What's up down under?
On the back of the global pandemic, Aussies are hitting the road in record numbers, and honestly, who could blame them? After all, we are the lucky country with so much to see and do. And joining those with years of experience is a huge group of new vanners, so we thought it was time to go through the do's and don'ts so everyone's safe on the roads, thanks to the CIV. And that's where Gray and Jenny come in. They're recently retired and ready to see the country, but they want to make sure they do it right. And I was lucky enough to be invited into the family home in the southeast of Melbourne to see how they're getting on.
So you've pulled up stumps, guys. Time to go out and explore Australia. What did you do for work?
Macca, I used to work for Kellogg's breakfast cereal company. So.
Bit of a serial killer?
Well,
What about you, Jen? What did you do?
I worked at a medical centre.
Oh, good. So he filled them all up with Cocoa Pops and you fixed up the diabetes later on. So what's the plan now? What do you want to do with your time?
well, we just want to maximise what time we've got left and enjoy it. So, you know, we're thinking caravan and get out and hit the high road and see a lot of Australia which we haven't seen before. So.
Any spots you really want to see, Jen?
Oh, probably up through north. We get comments from people of different places to go. I was always keen on getting a caravan when we're retired and go travelling around. I thought it'd be great, and a lot of our friends were doing it. But Graham was dead set against it. But when he did retire, suddenly out of the blue he came and said to me, I think we'll get a caravan, Jennifer.
Look, I would say, as a piece of advice, don't slip straight into your big trip. I know you want to go and see the north of Australia, but when you get your van, just do a couple of short shakedown trips so you work out how everything's working, you're not getting stressed about the distances you're going. And I think the other thing that's always important is the gear that you think you're going to want, often you don't, and there'll be things that you do want that you haven't taken on the first trip.
Yeah.
So I say to people, pack the van with everything you want, wrap a little bit of electrical tape or masking tape around every piece, so every bit of cutlery, every egg flip, all that stuff, and then as you use it, take that bit of tape off because that has become something you actually use, not something you thought you were going to use.
Right.
When you come home after about the third short shakedown trip, everything that's still got tape on it, put it back in the house. You're not using it in the van. If the tape's still on Graham at the end of the trip, you don't need him either.